Oh, what's up, guys? This is your host, Master Vinny MC, and as always, it is a pleasure to have you all here with me today. Let's see my beautiful, pretty face, and you guys love it, and I know you do. And pop, and a boom, and I take that helmet off and stare at this handsome guy and that chicken over here. He's kind of ugly. We'll take care of him in a minute. And wha pop, and inventory, boom. Helmet's back on. Chicken die. Pop. I don't like you. I got so many chickens, guys, you don't even know. I got chickens coming out of the inventory right now, and it is just absolutely killing me. By the way, I put some quartz in here. You guys weren't supposed to see this yet. So, there's a lot you guys are going to see in this episode. This is another, or I don't know if it's another, it is a world tour. So, as you can see here, the introduction's over. We have a full Minecraft day. So when the sun's setting again, we'll know we're a decent amount of the way into the tour. There we go. So, yeah, let's go back and actually properly see the inside of the house. So, first thing is this. And I've been actually meaning to have enough on this axe. Pop. Yeah. It's just like opening up 2 of these fence gates every time I walk through a door sucks. But these fence gates are also, you know, they're zombie proof. You know, zombies can't figure out how to open these, so they can't walk through. I think like the only mob that can get through that's a silverfish or something. And let's face it, you know, you got silverfish up here, so that's no big deal. So, yeah, this is how I decided to do the floor in my house. And I kind of like it. These are like stair blocks, and then this is all half slabs in a checker pattern. So, kind of digging that right now. It's a lot of gray and white, so I've been trying to balance it around. You know what I mean? Trying to find another color to mix in here. But we're running Minecraft 1.62. There you go. So we do have these new stained clay blocks. So if you guys can come up with a decent color that matches what we got going on already, definitely let me know and we'll add it to the build. Because we do need a little bit of color. On the roof, I added some dark wood blocks. And I like it up there. I think it adds a little bit of character. Down here in the basement, we have added... This is the first basement level we had. Another basement. Because I decided that the room that we had before wasn't going to be enough. So we definitely got enough now. This is pretty much a copy of what you saw one story above us, and that's pretty cool because we can dig down like a whole another 3 or 4 layers before we even run into anything. So yeah, this storage room is pretty much just going to be bulk storage. I'm going to keep my working materials at work sites for other projects that we're working on. We've been doing a lot of digging around here lately. So, yeah. So that's the improvements I've been doing on the home. And I want you guys to steady yourselves because you're going to see a lot more work that I've done. And I kind of don't want to show you it, but I got it sooner or later. So, here you go. Yeah, it looks a little different, I know. So this is obviously like the biggest thing, maybe not like literally the biggest, but the most significant thing that I've built. Maybe not. I don't know. It's one of the big things that I built since you guys haven't seen an episode from me in a while. I haven't been able to record, long story short. My computer's been overheating like ridiculous, and I finally got some parts and got it all straightened out, so now I can record, and that's great. Just having some bad luck with that, but you know, I don't want to bore you with those details. That's a story, and I'll definitely tell you guys that later. Don't worry about it. But that's more of like a ranty episode. Yeah, no, there used to be like a tree farm over here. This whole hill, if you guys remember it all, used to, you know, come down here. You can see I kind of cut into the slope, and this whole like interior of this castle used to actually be a hill. So I had to dig all this out. Like I didn't put up the walls. So this is pretty cool. We got 4 towers, 1 in each corner. I haven't decided to do anything with them yet. I plan on putting in a lot of farms. This is a pretty cool chicken farm. I've integrated the design from a tutorial I found I'll toss a link for it in the description if any of you guys want it. But I should warn you, I made some modifications to it so that it would fit in my build a little bit better. But essentially what it does is it grows the chickens up top, and then it uses some hoppers and some redstone to... I could probably actually show you guys since it's a tour. Pop. So, can I... Yeah, that won't kill anything. Okay. That's probably enough to give you guys an idea. So, up top, we got some chickens. When those chickens lay eggs, they fall into hoppers. The hoppers come down and around the lava source block, and they come into this dispenser over here, which I kind of have blocked off just because it, you know, looks ugly. And they come into this dispenser. Pop. There you go. That's most of it for you guys right there. As you can see, the clock's ticking right now. Actually, that's an excellent example. That is actually the case because I broke part of the redstone. My bad, so I have to put that back on. Otherwise, the clock will keep on ticking. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So as you guys can see, this is a basic redstone clock. And the only way the clock starts turning on and therefore sending pulses to this dispenser is if this comparator says that there's eggs inside of the hopper. So eggs inside the hopper means the clock ticks. When the clock ticks, it shoots eggs into this space with a half slab. That half slab causes the eggs to like break and therefore hatch a chicken. The chickens are just the right height so that their hitbox is not colliding with the lava source block until the chickens grow up. Once the chickens grow up, they kind of get cooked in the lava. Well, they don't kind of get cooked. They definitely they get cooked in the lava. And cooked chicken is a lot tastier than not cooked chicken, which makes Master Vinny a happy boy. So I'll have to go through later and make some repairs on that, but it's no big deal. Just kind of putting the wall back together. So there you go. That's kind of, you know, one little contraption that I put together. And as you can see, it's definitely been a good source of food. I'm using up the last of my steak right now. I actually just moved the cow farm. Actually, while we're at it, let's go check out where the cow farm is. Or let's go this way, over our little bridge here. This whole valley down here is new, and the wheat farm's new. There's so many new things for you guys, at least. This is some kind of hidden lighting. This is like one of my favorite ways to do lighting. It's kind of really cheap on resources. Just put some torches in the back, and of course you put in some cobblestone, because I didn't do it here, but it makes it look a lot better if it's cobblestone. We're gonna go ahead and pop these blocks in. So boom to boom. There you go. So when that's cobblestone and this is cobblestone, even though you can see through the little holes on the side, you still kind of just see cobbly stone. And so you kind of get hidden lighting, and because you get a transparency element to the stone walls, because that's what those are right there, cobblestone walls, the light's going to shine through. So it keeps this area pretty well lit at night. Technically mobs can still spawn, but you know, it's not an area where they're going to destroy anything, so I'm not too worried about it. You know, I always carry like arrows and things with me, so I'm not really worried about that. And I expanded the wheat farm because I've been growing crops and things like mad. I just definitely needed to keep on doing that. And the sheep are doing pretty good down here. We just got done with a bug a little while ago where mobs would glitch into walls and suffocate. And so I almost lost all my sheep because it took me like an hour to get 2 sheep here to breed, and I got down to just 2 of them because all the other idiots had pushed themselves into walls and suffocated down there in the pen. So I'm really glad that they fixed that. I'm also really glad that I caught it and was able to breed them again. Definitely stocking up on some supplies here while you guys have been gone. Another thing I've been doing a whole heck of a lot of is collecting, obviously, some colored wool, making dyes. I don't have green yet because I haven't found a cactus. Cactus is only grow in deserts, and I really haven't left this biome except for to go to a swamp biome, which is about 600 blocks that way. I've also got some stained clay here, obviously, going. So we've got some colors of that to work with. So use your imagination. If you guys got any ideas of how you want me to use that, definitely let me know. Here's the goodies box. Got over a stack and a half of diamond. My diamond mine has been doing really well. Actually, if it's okay with you guys, I'll tell a little story and let's go down there and take a visit. This is the staircase that goes down. Just for kind of convenience's sake, I have put in these two things. Let's see if I can do this. Walk in. No, can I? Walk in. I just want to walk in. Oh, I couldn't click on it. Sometimes you can fall down the shaft and you can click the trap door as you go down. It just kind of entertains me. It's like goofy little things you do in Minecraft, right? Come on. Yeah, so that's just the quick drop to get down here a little bit easier, so you don't have to walk up and down the stairs all the time. But this is like bulk storage for things that I pick up while mining. So essentially, like this is where all the cobblestone goes. You know, like when I don't just want to, you know, deal with it. You know, I keep like a little food and some extra things down here, but that's pretty much how that works. I've begun working on the... Which hallway is it? It's down here? How did I... Aha! Sorry about that. I've begun working on the peekaboo method, I believe some people call it, for the mining. And like I said, I've only gotten down to... Check the coordinates here. About 50, 60 out. So only a few of these, and I have gotten, like I said, a stack and a half of diamond. So pretty impressive. For anybody who didn't know, I did start this mine shaft right here on 0-0. I'm pretty happy about that. I've always wanted to do that in a map, and I finally got a chance to do that here. So it's kind of obnoxious both ways going up the stairs. The stairs are quicker, so close your eyes if you get dizzy. Keep them closed, and I'll tell you when we're at the top of the stairs, okay? We're just going to walk up. It's a little quicker this way. Ideally, once I get into the end and I slay the Ender Dragon, I really want to... Okay, we're at the top. You can open them up now. Sorry about that. I just hate walking upstairs. It looks like crap. So ideally, when I get to the end and I slay the Ender Dragon, which will probably be soon here, I would imagine sometime in probably like the next month, I'll be happy with some of the other projects I've done, and I can finally go into there. I don't want to rush it, you know, because I feel like sometimes when I kill the dragon, it's like, oh, game over, you know. You kind of get that lull in your desire to play, you know, because you've accomplished that. But once the dragon is done, I can start on the Ender, which means Ender pearls like you wouldn't believe. And I don't want to pass this up. This is I just put a little nether wart down here. I thought that looked good in this like little anti-chamber to the village. So let's check on our villagers while we're down here. Yeah, so Ender pearls. Don't want to forget what I was saying there. I'm gonna put up Ender elevators probably in there, so I can just, you know, pearl up and down, because that'll be quick and it won't be too obnoxious to do on camera or anything like that. As you can see, these guys have definitely lived long and prosper going on down here. What's that, written book? Yeah, no thank you. So the village is doing great. I think the only thing I've really added is I've put in like little itty bitty crops around. I've got carrots, potatoes, wheat. Up here I got some pumpkins. I crafted a bunch more iron golems and added them to the village, so that was pretty good. That's about it. I was really proud of this build. I was really sad that I had to record the episode that I did, you know, and I couldn't really show it off, and it, you know, not in all its glory. Couldn't even have on fancy graphics. I've actually kept on fancy graphics just because I kind of like seeing the glowstone underneath the leaves and stuff. I think it's got a decent look to it, but there you go, fun stuff. So we're gonna go actually right now on our tour, and we're gonna go ahead and breed a few cows while we're out here. Hopefully they won't be too obnoxious while they're mooing. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and turn like right down the sound. It'll be okay. Hopefully I don't get like attacked by any creepers. But in case you guys didn't know, the new wheat blocks that you can craft, you can now pick up the wheat blocks, put them in a crafting table, and pop them back into wheat form. So this is a really good method of storing your wheat in general. This, by the way, is obviously where I moved a lot of my farms to, or at least the more obnoxious farms. So I'm kind of hoping that this will get me up to 30. By my estimation, it might just do the trick, but I would really like to hit 30. Because we're going to enchant an axe. I'll show you guys why in just a minute. It's for a project I'll be doing off camera, like it's not too boring. Or it is too boring, sorry, to do on camera. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to enchant the tool on camera. That would be really cool for you guys. So I will kill these guys later. When I have a looting sword, or when I have a fire sword or something. If you have fire aspect on your sword, then it is just like the way to go in terms of getting food. Because you can just hack away at, you know, something like a cow or a... Oh, I can turn this back on just a little bit. Okay, that'd be fine. And it's already going to cook your meal for you. So definitely the way to go. And I don't think the world wants to render over there. I haven't loaded these chunks in a good long while, so I don't think they like me. I think the game's like, you guys haven't been over here in forever, so why should we load anything for you? Yeah! So, voila! This forest wasn't here before. If any of you guys didn't know, now you do. Forests, big clumps of trees, they don't, hold on. Control, There you go, that'll reload the trunks. Mucho better. So forests don't grow in like mountain biomes. It's not a thing. Trees don't naturally grow there. And I was dangerously close to running out of trees, so I essentially cleared a bunch of land back here. You can see because this is all flat. You know, I had to take out a mountain that was here. And long story short, I planted a forest. Well, now it's time to harvest the forest because I'm running out of wood again. So that's why I need my diamond axe. And I've actually got it all set up. So we're going to go enchant it and hope I get a good enchantment. That would be really sweet. So the next couple episodes, guys, are going to be kind of like a little bit more story, telling you guys stories about myself while I build things, if that makes sense. So you guys can get to know a little bit more about me and what I do when I'm not, you know, building here in my Minecraft world. And yeah, I think that'll be fun. We're basically going to revisit each one of the things that I built off camera, and we're kind of going to pretty it up. I want to, yeah, do like a little bit of gardening here and there. It's the best way I can explain it. And also, we're going to finish our house here really soon. But we're not going to go to this enchanting table. I've actually made another one. And that's the last thing that I want to show off on today's tour. So we're going to head over there.